Hello and welcome to another episode of Harpist in the Wild. You just heard Calanais by Kappus, a piece that she wrote to celebrate getting an electric harp. She loved the power of the low bass notes, and so she wrote this piece, inspired by the Standing Stones in Scotland. And ironically, I recorded this after leaving the UK. After my adventures in the UK this summer, I flew to Italy to spend a wonderful visit with a student there. I got a chance to do a lot of outdoor adventures, but when I went to record something, I was actually in Rome. And so I wanted something, maybe it's not standing stones, but that represented this idea of strength and antiquity. We ended up in front of the Roman Forum, and the columns you see in the background are the Temple to Saturn from 400 AD. And to me, this episode is a bit of an adventure in courage, and how that can pay off. So it's a change of pace because normally when I record Harpists in the Wild, I am in the wild and I get to enjoy a certain amount of solitude. And so here, trying to record this in the middle of a very busy city, and I was definitely a bit apprehensive about how it would all go. Would we be able to set up? How is this all going to work? And so I was thankful I had my student with me to provide some moral support and as well as, of course, helping to move all the equipment there. And yet, having done it, it was such a great rush having done that. And again, an example of how so often, I think, when we face our fears, it's so satisfying, right? It can be really rewarding. Not always, and as an example in this case, while the video shoot itself went really well, unfortunately, my handheld recorder, which I put inside the body of the harp, and does a fantastic job of just recording the harp and not recording any of the ambient city noise or nature noise. Unfortunately, as I moved the harp, somehow I'd bumped the dial and the volume went down to 0, so I didn't record anything with it. So as you heard the various surface noise, that's the audio from my camera instead. And fortunately, it's okay. You can hear the piece. But again, an example that even when we find the courage to do something that's maybe a little bit scary, it doesn't always mean that it's going to work out perfectly, but that's okay. Sometimes just that reward of doing something and getting that experience and seeing that you can do it is wonderful. And so I have such great memories of this adventure. But I also wanted to share with you a version of Calanais with some better audio. So I've recorded it here in my studio and paired it with some wonderful footage of the wild ocean here in Victoria, BC.